Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How is everyone? How's everyone's Christmas been? We need to speak about this. How is everyone? I hope everyone is enjoying a bit of a break and a bit of downtime. I'm going to be completely honest, there wasn't a video last week, and there wasn't a video last week because I have been completely burnt out, like so burnt out it's untrue. I've done that thing where I like run around constantly being so stressed, so busy, haven't stopped, and then I've had some downtime over Christmas and I've just been chilling, like, but burnt out. I've spent the last 2 days on the sofa watching Harry Potter, eating chocolate, which I've been having a great time, but yesterday I really felt it. Just shattered, just absolutely shattered, and I'm feeling much better today and I'm feeling a lot more like myself. But yeah, the burnout is real. I've actually booked a week off in a couple of weeks to just do nothing, have a big chill, go away and reset, because it's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot. How has everyone been? I do hope everyone is having a nice Christmas and New Year period, because let's face it, this time of year is so nice, isn't it? I had a great Christmas actually. I had a friend's Christmas this year, which I've never done before, and I was feeling so anxious about it because I was like, oh, I'm not going to see my mom on Christmas Day, I'm not going to see my family. But it was so nice. I really, really, really enjoyed it. So if anyone is thinking about doing that in coming years, I highly recommend. It was brilliant. It was very chilled, very nice. Just fun, girly day. It was amazing. So yeah. But moving on to the topic for this week, I was going to do a video about goal setting. Not resolutions. I don't believe in resolutions at all. I don't believe that you need to change yourself. I don't believe that you need to set this huge expectation and then piss yourself off in 2 months when you can't stick to all these new ways and rules that you've put in your life. However, I do believe in goals. And yeah, I was going to do the video today on goal setting, and then I thought I'm not gonna, because it's a lot of pressure this time of year. There's so much conversation around being a better version of you. What are your new habits for 2025? What are you taking into 25? What are you leaving in 24? And I find it quite intense. I am good at goals, and I'm good at goal setting, and I'm good at achieving goals and breaking goals down, so I will do a video on it at some point. But I set my goals last year in March, and then I think I've said it, but I broke them down into quarters and then into months and blah blah blah, and that's how I achieved them. And so I will do a video on it, but I won't do it right now because I don't think we need, one, we don't need another video at the end of December, beginning of January telling you how to set goals, and two, I just don't think we need any more pressure, so I'm going to save it for a little bit. But this week's video is on how to be calm and how to have good energy, because honestly, this is the biggest compliment I ever receive, and I'll tell you why in a second, but the best thing that anyone can say to me, and if I had £1 for every time someone said this to me, I would not be sat here doing videos. I would be living a good life, because yeah, I get it a lot that I've got good energy, that I come across really calm, that I'm really chilled, that I come across quite uplifting, and my energy is really secure, which is interesting to me because as someone who spent 25 years of their life being angry, someone told me the other day that I need to stop describing myself as aggressive, because they said I'm not, and I think maybe I used to be and I'm not anymore, but yeah, I used to be so erratic. Like, I'd shout at people, I'd have arguments, I'd be so defensive, I'd swear at people, like I was chaos. And it's because of my upbringing and the family that I came from. Like, my family are amazing, but the way that we communicated, we just like argued with each other, or we shouted at each other. And so I took that honestly all the way through my life until I was about 25, and then I moved away, and then I started doing all of this self-development stuff. And it's just amazing to me that people think I am calm, which I know I am, but when you've had 25 years of a 33-year life being angry and screaming and shouting, it's honestly, it is the biggest compliment that anyone can ever give me, to say that I have got good energy and calm energy, because I wanted it, do you know what I mean? I wanted to be chilled and I wanted to be on a level. And so if that's something that you're craving, or you want a bit more zen in your life, then I'm gonna be honest, I haven't done it consciously. It's just come as a result of all of this like inner connection and the inner work that I've done. And I know that sounds cliche and everyone says, oh, do the inner work, but it will result in you being a lot more chilled. And let's face it, why do we not want to be more chilled? Like, it's such a nicer way to live. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you how I've done it. The biggest thing that you can do is focus on how you feel internally over external action. What I mean by that is the only thing that you are in control of is you, your feelings, your thoughts, your actions. And so when you let other people control how you feel or affect how you feel, and look, we're all human, so if, I don't know, Sally down the road says something to you that hurts your feelings, it's okay to be sad and it's okay to be upset, but actually once you start doing inner work and you start really connecting to yourself and learning that you are only ever in control of yourself, your own actions, your own feelings, your own thoughts, what Sally says, yes, it hurts, but it doesn't affect you as much as what it would have done when you thought that you had control over her. So many of us go around being hurt, feeling upset, getting affected, feeling run down, feeling sabotaged by what other people say. And it's, if you think about it, I think about everything so logistically, but if you think about it logistically and literally, you can't control what they say, and things are always going to happen. You have to learn to be comfortable. I'm going to talk about being secure in a minute, but you have to learn to be comfortable and secure enough in yourself to back yourself, to have enough self-worth, to be like, I'm either going to take a lesson from that and I'm going to implement that lesson into my life, or I'm going to let it go. Because the less that you let things go, the more that you hold on to things, the more tension you're building up, the more anger, the more stress, the more chaos, the more noise. And then at some point you erupt, because we are all like, I say, like, I liken myself to a volcano a lot. Like, the more you store, and then at points you go, rah! And don't get me wrong, I'm human, I still do it, and I still have these outbursts of like, fucking hell, there's so much going on, like, da-da-da. But the more you realise that you need to look internally, and you need to connect internally, and you need to speak internally, and you need to think about your own feelings and your own thoughts and your own actions over everybody else's, you will genuinely become way more calmer. You'll become a lot more at peace. You'll have a lot more understanding of yourself and of others, and therefore you won't carry that stress and that anger and that crazy that we sometimes get. You won't carry it around with you, because it won't be as significant as what it was before, if that makes sense. I should have maybe said this one before, but spend time on your own. I've been doing a lot of stuff on somatic healing and the nervous system lately, but I've always been very good at spending time on my own, journaling, affirmations, gratitude, walking, podcasts, just being with me. And as a result of that, it means that I'm very okay in my own company. So if I'm very okay in my own company, I'm learning to like myself, I'm learning to trust myself. And then when I go out and about and around the world and out with friends, or I meet new people, I'm very like calm and content in my own space, in my own proximity, in my own body. And therefore, as a result of that, when I'm in and around social situations, or in public, or yeah, meeting new people, or having drinks with friends, or at dinner, or going around to a friend's house, my energy's so on a level, because me, my mind and my body are all in sync, and we're all singing from the same hymn sheet, and therefore we're in a calm state of flow. And again, I'm not always going to be in a situation where I'm feeling calm or I'm relaxed, or, you know, I still get nervous and I still get frightened and I still get scared and I still get upset. But because I'm one being and because I'm connected, and I'm saying this because a lot of people, their minds and their bodies are not connected, their nervous systems are a bit all over the place. Another video, because that's a long topic to get into. However, when you connect to yourself, when you journal, when you get your thoughts out, when you understand your own feelings, when you understand your own thoughts and you understand your own mind, and you don't put yourself into situations that you don't want to be in, or you're uncomfortable in, or they're just not for you, or they don't uplift you, you allow yourself to be calm quite a lot of the time, because you're just in a state of flow, and you're in a state of, I'm confident, I like who I am, I know what I bring to the table, I know myself very well, I have really good self-awareness. And so when you have all of those things, because you spent time on your own, you can, like, you're not in fight or flight, you're in this zen mode of comfort and contentment, and then that projects a calming energy. And we know what projection means. It means that you magnetize it back and you manifest it back. And so you just start to attract way more calmer, content, happier, energized, high vibe people into your life, rather than before, when I was that angry kid and that angry girl and that angry 20-something-year-old. All that I had in my life was drama, and it was because I was magnetizing that. So if you're noticing the same, take some time out to sit on your own, to read, to journal, to think, to walk, to breathe, to do whatever. Just enjoy your own company so that you can get comfortable and content being you and being on your own and being within your own mind and your own body. This is something that I think I did this a lot in my like late 20s, but I didn't really realise that I was doing it consciously. However, I do it now with effort, and what I'm talking about is spend time with people who uplift you, who inspire you, who excite you, who are in situations that you want to be in, who are in environments that you want to be in. So many people spend time in friendship groups, in work environments, in social settings, in whatever, sports clubs, whatever, gyms. The gym's actually been a big one for me. I used to go to gyms and it'd be like, everyone was there to bodybuild or to look amazing, and I don't care about that. Like, I want to look good, of course I do, and I want to feel good in my body, but I don't care to be like some bloody 10 out of 10 model, you know? And so it is about environments that you put yourself into as well. And what I'm talking about is take action to be around situations and people that uplift you, that give you energy, that make you feel good. So many of us spend time with people that we've been friends with for 15 years, with family members that make us feel like shite, in gyms that make us feel insecure, in work environments that are constantly taking away and not giving anything back. And as a result of that, you become fight or flight, and you start to rebel against everything, and at some point that volcano is going to erupt. And so start to notice how you feel when you're coming away from friendship groups, when you're coming away from dinners, when you're coming away from work, when you're coming away from your mum's house, when you're coming away from the gym, when you're coming away from the cinema, when you're coming away from sports clubs. And if you are not feeling great, and you're not feeling energized, and you're not feeling pumped, inspired, excited when you're coming away from those groups, you don't have to be like, I'm closing the door, I never want to speak to you or see you again, like you're ruining my energy. We don't need to give that Gen Z vibe. We just need to be like, ooh, I'm aware that I feel like that coming away from this, and actually I went to the thing to make me feel better, or coming away from that should make me feel good. However, what I'm noticing is I'm coming away and I actually feel a bit drained by that, and I'm not, you know, this is not what I'm about. And so start to notice, you might go to, I don't know, gym clubs or sports clubs, and you come away and you're like, I feel amazing, like I just had a really interesting conversation with a girl I've never met. The types of people there have the careers that I want, or the energy that I want to be around, or they inspired me in some way. Or I went on a date with a guy and I actually felt quite excited by him, like his outlook, his mindset, rather than coming away from a date thinking, there's potential there, but I'm not 100% sure. Like, he did say some things that I didn't really agree with. I'm not sure we're quite aligned. Like, put your energy into the things that you feel good when you come away from them. Honestly, I've done this so much, but so many of us spend time in situations that have gone stale, that aren't uplifting, that are quite low vibe. And when you do that, you're bringing yourself down, and you're not allowing yourself to be in situations or opening up space to be in situations where you feel good about yourself, where you're energized, where you're pumped, where you're inspired. It's so exciting. I have a lot of different friendship groups now where all for different things. So I have friends who are really entrepreneurial, they earn loads of money, they're really successful, and I go to them and we have conversations about work and career, and I get ideas, and they believe in themselves and they believe in me, and then I come away and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so excited, like I'm pumped, I'm ready to go, let's get it. And then I have friends where I just love to be around, like just super wholesome, we have dinner, really nonchalant, we can chill in our PJs or a tracksuit and we can cook and just talk shy and watch Friends. And it's about filling your cup in different areas. Your one friendship group that you've had since you were 15, it's likely that when you get into your 30s, they're not all serving you, and friends don't always have to do that, but a lot of the time you can come away from those situations feeling like crap, and then it's that thing in your mind of, I've been friends with them for 15 years and I really should stay friends with them, and da-da-da. And you can, but it's about pulling away your time and putting that time and energy and effort into something else, into something new, into new possibilities and new experiences, so that you can start to learn about what does make you feel good and what doesn't make you feel good, do more of what does and do less of what doesn't. And as a result of that, you'll start to feel a lot more uplifted, a lot more inspired, and as a reflection and as a result of that, your energy will then start to become more uplifted, more inspired, more excited, more calm, more softer, more gentle, because you're happier. The last one is honestly so interesting to me. And it's interesting to me because I never thought I was this person. I never would have described myself as this, and it is becoming secure. So for the longest time, I was really insecure. I was really told myself I wasn't good enough, couldn't do this, they don't want to be with me, they wouldn't want to be friends with me, why would I get this job? And it was a narrative that I spoke to myself in all the time. Negative, 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 negative. And so when I've kind of explored why I'm so calm and why I've got this great energy, the answer to that is because I've become extremely secure in me, in who I am, in what I bring to the table, in my self-awareness, in the environments that I put myself, in what I like to do, in what I don't like to do. Because of that, when I'm in different scenarios, again, like I said at the beginning, I can remain very chilled and very on a level, because other people's energy can come in and not affect me at all, which is a great thing. Like, obviously, I'm really empathetic and different situations bring out different sides of you, but on the whole, I can stay calm and I can stay in a content state and in a flow of energy that doesn't go up and down all the time constantly. It's because I've done the inner work to really connect with myself so that I can become secure in who I am, become secure in my friendships, become secure in my finances, become secure in my work and my career, become secure in what I write on LinkedIn, become secure when I'm talking in these videos, become secure in relationships, become secure in spending time on my own and getting out of my own head and being like, just because I spend time on my own doesn't mean I'm lonely, like da-da-da. This is time with me. Or when I come away from friendship groups, being like, did they actually like me? Or are they just hanging out with me because I'm feeling sorry for myself? And trust me, these are things that I used to think 5-6 years ago. Does that guy really want to date me, or is he just using me? Am I ever going to get to the financial situation that I want to be in? Like, can I do this? Can I achieve that? I'm just one person, da-da-da. All of these thoughts, these negative Nancy narratives that I honestly used to tell myself, I've chipped away at them over the years, and I'm finally, and I would say I've been like this for the past few years now, I'm finally in a place where I am so confident in who I am and what I bring to the table and the way that I go about things, that, like I said, my energy doesn't fluctuate and it can remain calm and it can remain really chilled because I'm very comfortable being me. And I'm very, do you know what I used to do? And I notice a lot of women do this. They will be a different person depending on who they're with. So they could be with, I don't know, friends that you've been with for 15 years and they fall into like an inner child state of themselves, or they can be with a guy and the guy might bring out the best version of themselves. However, when they're on their own, they're quite subdued and they're quite insecure and they're quite don't know where to turn and feel like a loser because they're spending time on their own. And so what you have to do is go around these different areas and build up your security in them. And if you're feeling like I can feel quite insecure in dating sometimes, and it still happens, again, I'm still a human being. So that is a muscle that I want to flex, and that's a muscle that I want to become secure in and be a lot stronger in. Whereas some people are great at dating and they're great at relationships, but spending time on your own, going to a cafe and reading a book on my own, oh my god, I cannot do that. That's so scary. And so it's about noticing areas that you are a bit insecure in, and it's okay to be insecure in certain areas. Like I said, we are only human, and we're all flawed, like no one's perfect, but it is great and we all deserve to feel like, honestly, it's so refreshing to just be chilled, like be a very chilled, content version of yourself. And so it's amazing to notice if there are areas where you're not feeling great or you are feeling a little bit insecure, and to really spend time in those areas, because once you have like a 360 of feeling chilled, again, your energy, you just feel a lot more whole, a lot more filled. Your cup is way more filled than what it would be if you don't do this work, and it's just an easier way of living. And the reason I'm saying this about different areas of lives and different situations to be in, because when I tell you, I used to be so I can still be quite shy in different situations, and being shy and insecure, you can be both at one time, so don't get that twisted, because you can be. I have loads of different contradicting personality traits, and so does everyone. So don't tell yourself that narrative, because you can be both. But I would used to be shy with guys, for example, or meeting new people in big groups of people, big friendship situations. I can be quite shy. But it doesn't mean I'm insecure, it just means that I'm shy. They're two very different things. However, before I did a lot of this work on becoming secure, I used to go really within, or I'd run away from situations, or I'd not reply, or I would be very insecure in a lot of stuff. And so the reason I'm saying to practice security in each of these different areas is so that you can feel more whole and more full. And it generates a whole new way of life. Like it actually generates a new life, and it creates a new life, and a life that is full, and a life that is content, and a life that is happier and calmer, because when you are at peace with yourself and you accept yourself and you accept who you are and you like being you, that in turn, it's unshakable actually. It's unshakable confidence, and confidence is often mistaken for abrasiveness or loudness or speaking up. Confidence is not always that. Confidence is something within, and it's a fierceness that doesn't allow external factors to affect you a lot of the time. And so I've said it a lot and I won't keep repeating myself, but it's just a easier breath of fresh air way of being. And so if you are feeling a little bit unstuck, or you're feeling like you get nervous in situations, or you would really like to become a lot more secure, or a lot calmer, a lot less abrasive, and a lot less triggered than what you would have been, practice doing this stuff. Practice journaling, practice the self-work, practice accepting yourself for who you are, because as a result of that, you and your life will be able to take a massive breath of fresh air and live in a calmer, more peaceful state, and we all deserve to do that. So yeah, thank you so much for listening to this. If you've got to the end, I do appreciate it. I'm loving doing these videos, so yeah, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you here next week. Love ya.